Alright, greetings and salutations. My name is Comic Fire, and welcome to Digital Devil Saga 2. I've been trying to figure out ways to LP this one for a while because I had some issues with it, but I think that I've been able to circumvent them. So, now to start it. With Digital Devil Saga 2, you can take bonuses from Digital Devil Saga 1 and have them affect your main game. Here. Now, I remember there being some way that apparently you get a +5 stat bonus to everything, but I don't know if I managed to trigger it, and if I didn't, I'm gonna have to go back and fix that. This is all done in post.
Argila! Wait for me!
Careful, guys. Hey, Heat. Don't run too fast, okay?
Oh, come on! Surf and Sarah are way ahead of us!
Hey, Fred. What is this leaf made out of?
Data. It's like people's thoughts.
Data?
People have always wondered about things. Questions like, who are we? Or what is this world really made of? They discovered molecules and atoms, and then they found even smaller particles. Finally, the most basic building block was so small that it could only be defined as data. You and the forest are essentially the same. It all goes back to people's thoughts. Thoughts are carried on until they return to their origins, and then...
I don't really get it.
It's okay. I didn't either at your age. But now, I think I do. Where we came from, and where we're going.
Well, this is a nice, happy way to start a game called Digital Devil Saga. Oh, no, there we go.
The world set on the verge of death. Science, created by men who acted as gods, assumed our image and betrayed its creator's purpose. Mankind signed a contract for great power and wealth. Without realizing, they had signed their own death warrant. I suppose it couldn't be helped, with people wasting their minds on drinking and worse. But the ones picking up the tab had quite the price to pay. Needless to say, it was a lot more serious than paying off the barkeeper. The blazing black sun, ruins and wastelands stretching as far as the eye could see, plants withered from the corrupt data of the sunlight, and people turned to stone, trapped forever between life and death. The survivors were forced underground, far away from their old lives. The lucky few chosen by the Karma Society lived in a sanctuary formed of God's wisdom, oblivious to the chaos outside. Hell, that's what it was. Hell.
Find them?
No, sir.
Alpha Team, begin a search to the south. You men, follow me. Roger.
But they lived through a hell far worse than that.
feel like Alpha seems like a really generic name for every, like, military unit.
The Junkyard, a city of rusted iron and constant rain.
I've
people lived in divided tribes and committed themselves to a never-ending war, all for a chance to reach the paradise called Nirvana. Given the power of Atma, demons, by the Karma Temple, they ended the war with gnashing teeth as enemies devoured enemies. At last, they materialized here in this world, searching for the girl who held the key to everything.
So, you're saying this dump is supposed to be Nirvana?
Based on the information at hand, it's a logical conclusion. I assume the others arrived here as well.
These kids, except for the soldiers, are the only people I've seen, but I'm sure Cielo and Heat are okay.
We must locate Sarah. This world and the Junkyard, and our true identities. Sarah has answers.
We'll have to take care of those guys outside first. Who are they, anyway? They just attacked without warning.
They're Karma Society soldiers, duh.
Society?
Don't you know anything? The soldiers come from Karma City to, hunt other humans.
They hunt? That's right, for food. Those bastards can turn into demons. They eat whoever they can get their hands on.
And the Black Sun? The statues? Are those related to the Karma Society as well?
You cannot be serious. Of course they're related. The old hag that discovered the stone disease is their boss. Savior of all mankind, my butt.
Our logical destination should be Karma City.
No way! You're gonna get killed!
They may have captured our comrades.
So we're in the same boat, aren't we?
Do you know of a route to the city?
Sorry, I don't. But I know a guy who does. He's kind of a loser, though. So...
May we meet him? In return, we will help you rescue your comrades.
if this is a trick, you'll regret it. I don't trust you adults.
I thought you were fighting against the society. We are making this agreement as warriors. Why would a warrior's age be relevant?
Warriors, huh?
Okay. It's a deal then. All right, I'll take you guys to Roland.
And strike!
Whoa, it's just a handshake. Haven't you ever shaken hands before?
That's Surf. He's the leader of our tribe. I'm Argilla. Mr. Personality here is Gale.
Okay then. Come on, follow me, Surf.
And now on to the gameplay. Now, instead of the game taking place in the Junkyard, we're in this underground society. Nirvana, as it were. Judging from the cutscene in the beginning, it's safe to assume that we're on Earth somehow. And again, weren't we on Earth before? Where were we before, even? What could the Junkyard be? We have junkyards around here. I think, well, I don't know, doesn't every place have a junkyard around it? Where else would one obtain their scrap? This place has a pretty jazzy, upbeat tune for the things that are going on in it. We're being hunted down to be consumed, and we're just, yeah, let's party it up. Kind of actually gives me the beginning of an SMT2 vibe. Where, you know, you're like some sort of like gladiator combat dude, and like there are people just dancing it up. But I never made it that far into SMT2. I couldn't really figure out the world map. Kind of the same with SMT1, really. And I never played Nocturne, so I can't really say much about that. Though from what I understand, Nocturne and Digital Devil Saga 2 have pretty similar dungeon structures, so I'm probably not really going to dig Digital Devil Saga, or Nocturne too much. Now, this was me getting lost already super early in. Mostly because I failed to notice there was a ladder in the corner. That was kind of hard to see, though. I don't know. Minus, you know, the big yellow and black stripes. Sweet. Now we have a place we can save. I wonder if me saving over that had anything to do with not getting the stat boost that I thought I was going to get. Oh well. It's not imperative, I get it. It's just nice to have early on. You can tune a piano, but you can't tune a fish. Sounds like they're looking for a scrap. And now for the new battle theme. Man, I love that one. It's called Battle for Survival. I actually downloaded the entirety of Digital Devil Saga 1 and 2's soundtracks. I don't really like Surf's new, like, bust, like, up at the top. I liked his old one. Kinda looks like a tubby little 12-year-old, like, now. Like, you know the guy who just sat there in the back of the room in 5th grade and read comic books and snuck in Skittles, and every time the teacher wasn't looking, he'd eat one. Or like 5, like a handful. Just let him sit there in his mouth. Like, I don't know, they really try to make the military jargon, like, as generic as possible. I do kind of like the smoother-looking hexagon press turn icons up in the corner. Boy, I distinctly remember having a lot more than just Zahn. You ran just like Harley did. I'm still trying to get used to using square to open the menu. Boy, we seem a lot weaker than we were in the Junkyard. I don't think we can take on Demi-Fiend with these stats. Yeah, that's how I felt towards the end of 2013 when the new Call of Duty at the time came out. I don't know, Call of Duty isn't necessarily a bad game. So I only really like Modern Warfare 2. Boy, Argilla, you are just sucking it up. Whatever, it's my boy Gale's turn to go. Yeah, and sometimes after battles, your party members can find items and bring them to you. It's just going to be like common stuff like healing items. You're not going to get anything like ammo from it. Because that would be overpowered. Boy, they clearly don't care too much about you because they gave, by the time they finished tuning, you could casually turn around and face them. Guess that makes up for all the misses. Whatever, I guess we didn't need to waste a Bufu on a Hoapo. I'm sure my PVR doesn't do that thing it did in Digital Devil Saga 1, where it started like randomly skipping around when screen transitions occurred. That would be wonderful. This is the first time I've really inspected this video file too. I haven't really done much with that. I feel like I really should apologize for how long it's taken as well. It's been very busy in my life lately, and I just haven't really had the time to sit down and record. As it stands, I've had to wake up rather early in order to have the time to do this before work. And now the random battles can start kicking up. We're going to be dealing with a lot more human-type enemies than we were in Digital Devil Saga 1. And I'm still no closer to confirming whether or not the guns are super effective against human types. Boy, howdy. Yeah, since Heat doesn't appear to be with us, we're stuck using Gale as our physical character. Coming from the guy with knives on his feet, you know, it doesn't seem like such a bad dig. I do like how they said it, like, the immediate party setup is the party setup I use in Digital Devil Saga 1. Though it's not going to be the main setup I use in this game. Just you, huh? Oh dear. He's a scary looking one. I think these guys are weak to Earth? Yeah. And they're just super, like, they hit really hard, but it's not like they hit, like, multiple times or anything. The poison's kind of a whack status effect. At least we got dispoisons from it. Probably more than we'll ever need. Though, really, I don't know too much about, like, enemies and dungeon layouts in this game. Because unlike in, like, Digital Devil Saga 1, once you figured out, like, a dungeon, I feel like you could go back pretty much any time and do just fine. Here, it's... I'm not confident that I'm going to be able to do this without a walkthrough on me at all times. Except in this first area. This first area is very linear. There's a lot about this game that's... It's not just Digital Devil Saga 1 with more to... Like, with just, It's not just an expansion of Digital Devil Saga 1. They, like, kicked a lot of things into overdrive in this game. I don't necessarily feel like all the good balances out all the bad, but... You know, it's worth a shot. It's just a lot less freedom, but... Again, I'll explain that later on. So as it stands, we're just in the tutorial area. We don't have to worry about that. We weren't worried about endgame stuff when we were fighting Harley, right? What a dick. Now, starting in the next few episodes, like after we get out of this area, I'm going to start cutting out random battles, but for the most part, just in these first 2 episodes here, I thought it would be important to show them off. Now blow them away! Or not. Boy, Bugaboo, you certainly look a lot more different than you did in Strange Journey. I do like how the some of the enemy design changes, or just demon design changes in the Shin Megami Tensei series. Don't get eaten. I never check what's past that door, so sorry about that. It's probably just an item. Yeah, I've seen it once or twice. Oh shit. At least we got a chance to heal up. And there's a lot of rejuvenating lights here, but later in the game, it's all just like the healing terminals again. And the healing terminals are expensive in this game. Like, in the first game, I always had, like, money to burn, but in this one, I'm constantly running out. Holy shit. Yeah, there was no, like, stun in the Junkyard, was there? So it must hurt to get turned to stone. For some reason, this, like, arena-type area kind of reminds me of something in, like, the first generation of Monster Hunter. Like I'd fight Fatalis here or something. Or just some kind of Elder Dragon. Really would like to do a Monster Hunter series at some point. But I think I'm going to call this an episode. I'll see you guys next time.